おうちで縄文 Amazing! Jomon Archaeological Site, a time capsule from the Jomon period.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Kaku. Today, I'm going to tell you about Jomon Archaeological Site with my friend Kame-chan. Kame-chan, did you know that the Jomon Archaeological Site in northern Honshu and Hokkaido have been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site?
Really? That means they are some of the most important archaeological sites in the world. That's amazing!
Yes, that's right. That's why I want to tell everyone about the Jomon period. Will you help me, Kame-chan?
Of course I will, Kaku. When you are full of energy like this, you look so cool.
So, Kame-chan, do you know about the Ice Age?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It was a very cold time, right?
That's right. About 20,000 years ago, thick glaciers had formed all over the world, and the world sea levels was lower. Japan was connected to China and Russia by land. That's how mammoths and Naman elephants came to Japan. A lot of Jomon sites have been discovered in Minami Kayabe region of South Hokkaido. Some of them, such as the Ofune site and the Kakinoshima site, are so important that they have been designated as World Heritage Sites.
By the way, is it true that you are from Minami Kayabe, Kaku?
Yeah, that's right. I was found in a place called the Chohonaino site. When a woman was plowing a field there, she came across the clay figurine. That hello clay figurine was me, the only natural treasure in Hokkaido. Also, the kelp harvested in Minami Kayabe was presented to the emperor as the best kelp in Japan. Isn't that wonderful? Japanese pottery was made about 15,000 years ago, and it was the first pottery in the world. The Jomon period started then, and it's continued for more than 10,000 years. The Jomon people learned how to boil and eat plants that had been inedible until then. In addition, many pieces of pottery have been found with rope patterns imprinted on them.
I see. That is why it is called Jomon pottery. Jo means rope and Mon means pattern. I wonder if the tradition of delicious Japanese food started back then.
Jomon people lived in pit dwellings. They were made by putting a roof over a pit dug in the ground. With a home, Jomon people could leave household items and tools at home and go hunting and fishing. Moreover, they could take a rest when they came back home.
That's right, but it must have been very hard to dig a hole in the ground and set up a pillar and roof.
Yes, that's why they made villages and helped each other out in their daily lives. Kame-chan, do you know what the shell mound is?
Yes, I do. It is a place where animals' bones and shells were discarded, right?
Actually, you were wrong. Shell mounds were not garbage dumps. They were graves. That's why human bones, the bones of animals, and fish used as food and shells were buried in them.
So they also prayed for dead animals and fish as well as humans. The Jomon people must have been very kind people.
In the Jomon period, people worked together to hunt and to catch fish and shellfish for food. Also, they ate nuts such as acorns, walnuts, and chestnuts as the staple food in their diet. They could enjoy a great variety of food because Japan is surrounded by the sea and there are a lot of forests and mountains too.
Yes, thanks to the abundance of nature, animals, and seafood around them, they were able to eat well. That's why the Jomon people put the bones of animals and fish and shells in the shell mounds and prayed over them. I'm sure the Jomon people had feelings of thankfulness for their food, the same as the itadakimasu or gochitō-sama modern Japanese people say before and after meals.
From the graves discovered at the Kakinoshima site, they found clay tablets with the imprints of small children and babies' feet. Probably in the Jomon period, many babies and small children died, So they made a footprint and prayed in memory of them. Or perhaps they prayed that their children would grow up strong and healthy.
I see. The Jomon people must have been very kind and caring.
Jomon people were highly skilled in carving and drilling holes in jade, a very hard stone, and also in extracting and applying resin lacquer. In addition, tar was used to attach stone to sticks, and as a glue for broken pottery. You could say that the Jomon people created the foundation for Japan's amazing technology.
I always buy cooking utensils and sewing tools at the hardware store or the 100-yen store. Maybe that's why I'm so clumsy.
Jomon people believed that soul dwelt in all things, so they prayed to God or spirit and revered their ancestors. Clay figurines or dogu were a common tool for prayer. Stone circles were used as the place for praying. Stone circles were made by putting big stones in a circle. They were located on a hill at a distance from the village. They are believed to have been sacred places used for festivals or funerals.
Like the shrines or graveyards we have now, I wonder if they had the tradition of obon and welcomed the spirits of their ancestors like we do now. Or perhaps they visited their graves in the Jomon period too? I'm sure people from different villages would have gathered together to have rivalry festivals.
The pottery and food found in Hokkaido and northern Honshu had many similarities. The stone tools found also share many features. This is how we know that the Jomon people were in contact with each other across the sea.
I guess that means the Hokkaido Jomon people were kind of related to the Jomon people in northern Honshu.
I'm sure that's true. They probably took things that they made themselves and traded them.
Wow, that sounds like a fun battle. I want to hang out with people from Hokkaido too.
People in Jomon period adapted to the environment and got over national disasters like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Even so, they didn't have any electricity or cars like we have today.
Wow, that's really impressive. I'm sure they all cooperated with each other and overcame those natural disasters. I guess we need to learn from them too.
Yeah, exactly. The Jomon people were raised with hearts that value life, cooperation, and peace, as well as wisdom on how to live as one with nature. Hey everyone, did you learn something from us about the fascinating Jomon period? Let's honor and protect these Jomon sites left for us by the people of ancient times.
Bye!